What if humanity has to live on a space station? For over 2 decades now, teams of astronauts have made their homes 250 miles above our planet through their uninterrupted occupancy of the International Space Station. First inhabited by U.S. astronaut Bill Shepard and Russian cosmonauts Sergei Krikalev and Yuri Gidzenko on the 2nd of November 2000, the International Space Station has since provided shelter for a steady rotation of crews that has ensured the station has never been left unoccupied. But what is it like to live in such an atmosphere? Hopefully in this video we will be able to give you the answer. A total of 258 individuals from 20 countries have visited the International Space Station since 2000. And Peggy Whitson has managed to set the US record for spending the most total time living and working in space by spending 665 days on September 2nd, 2017. This space station is 109 meters long and 75 meters wide, which is basically the size of a football field, and it weighs around 420 tons. That is about the same as 280 cars. It has a total of 932 cubic meters of space, but 2/3 of the entire station is used for equipment and storage that leaves 1/3 for humans to live in. So what would happen to the human body on a space station? Human beings have evolved to live in the environment of Earth's surface. The space environment, with its very low level of gravity, lack of atmosphere, wide temperature variations, and often high levels of ionizing radiation from the sun, from particles trapped in the Van Allen radiation belts, and from cosmic rays, is an unnatural place for humans. Many of those going into space experience space sickness, which may cause vomiting, nausea, and stomach discomfort, among other symptoms. If you're lucky, these symptoms will only last for a day or two. With the virtual absence of gravity comes the loss of tissue mass in the calf and thigh muscles, which are used on Earth's surface to counter the effect of gravity. Some loss of muscle mass in the heart has been observed in astronauts on long-duration missions. In order to combat this, astronauts generally exercise for more than 2 hours a day. This is done on a treadmill that is connected to the wall, and crew members attach themselves to it with bungee cords. In the absence of gravity, blood that normally pools in the body's lower extremities initially shifts to the upper regions. As a result, the face appears puffy, the person experiences sinus congestion and headaches, and blood production decreases as the body attempts to compensate. In addition to this, some weight-bearing bones in the body atrophy. The surface of the Earth is enveloped by the atmosphere. This atmosphere provides the oxygen we need to breathe, and also protects organisms from the UV rays and radiation that impinge on the Earth. Astronauts who stay in space, where there is almost no atmosphere, are exposed to higher energy radiation than on the Earth. If a person is exposed to a lot of higher energy radiation, the risk increases that they will develop diseases such as cancer. Physical characteristics have also been known to change. For astronaut Scott Kelly, it was his height. He grew 1.5 inches after spending nearly a year in space and experienced changes in his genetic expression, likely due to radiation exposure damaging his DNA. Apart from the most obvious medical conditions that can affect a person on a space station, there are the less obvious mental health issues to consider. There is not a lot of room in these stations. Astronauts develop stress before even realizing it when living and working together in a cramped space with other astronauts for a few months. There is also prolonged isolation and confinement to contend with. Now let's look at the more practical things, such as food. There is no refrigeration on the space station, meaning all food has to be stored carefully and is often vacuum-packed. Salt and pepper come in liquid form because without gravity, the sprinkles would fly away. At dinner time, meal trays have to be strapped to laps or to the wall. And while preparing meals, ingredients have to be strapped to the table so they don't float away. Morning routines are also quite different to what we experience on Earth due to zero gravity. In the absence of regular showers and sinks, rinseless soap and shampoo is used and toothpaste is spat into washcloths. There are also special toilets which have leg restraints and a vacuum waste. Sleeping can also be a huge problem when you experience 16 sunrises and sunsets each day while strapped down inside a sleeping bag. It's all a long way off from the home comforts we all take for granted here on planet Earth. How do you think you would cope in a space station? Let us know in the comments, and please like this video if you've enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos like this one, then subscribe to Brain Impact for more. Thanks for watching.